Gee, many holy cow. Hello, everybody. Oh, oh man, I was out all night on St. Patrick's Day, and I just ran in the door. It's been such a battle. I can't believe I'm late for the call. Good morning, everybody. How are you? I'm bleary-eyed, and I can hardly even move my mouth. And you know why I'm doing all this is trying to get you to watch the videos. So I'm doing the videos every day to try to get everybody, because everybody goes, Tom, like yesterday we talked, I can't get up early in the morning. I can't do this thing. So I go, good, I'll video it. So here I am, the most preposterous man in the world to be on video. No one on this planet has less of a reason to be on video than me, but I do it every day because I have unbelievable faith that you guys are going to listen to these things and watch these things and try to learn something about network marketing, about attitude, about perseverance, about no excuses. And I suck it up and I do this video every day. And then at the end of the night, I get home last night, really late, like 5 in the morning. Not really. I didn't even I don't drink. I was just kidding about St. Patrick's Day. But here's the deal. I looked at the video counter to see how many of you watched the video or how many of any of your people have watched the videos. And I'm telling you, if there was ever a day I was going to drink, it would have been after seeing how many people haven't watched that video. It's unbelievable. I know they're boring, but I'm not boring. We're doing everything we can to make it fun. Look at the snow cone from Australia, Ken Smith. I mean, he's so cute. It's 11:30. It's 11:30 at night over there. He's got his little pajamas on. He's got the little feety on him. He's there. Greg Arnold is there. He's just done his workout. He's going to look like Jack LaLanne by the time we get to San Antonio, Texas. Everybody's trying to do everything they can to get ready to San Antonio. And then I look around the internet, and I'm messing around on the internet last night, and I'm reading how many people that are making more than $1,500 to $100 a month that aren't going to San Antonio. Oh, I might go. They're downline. Are you going? Oh, I might go. You might go. That's $18,000 a year. That's one convention a year. They're paying you $18,000 a year to go to. And you're not going to go for your team that paid you the $18,000 because you might have a headache. You might have a toenail cut. You might have this. You might have that. You might not have the money. You might be mad at TomChenault. You might be mad at Dr. Wallach. No, you gotta go. You gotta go, not for Dr. Wallach, not for TomChenault, not for Denise Chenault, not for Ken Smith, not for Greg Arnold, not for Brandy Bragdon, unless they're in your organization. And then you go for your team. So those of you that aren't making $1,500 a month and you're going, I love you, because you are smart enough to know that even if you aren't making the money yet, it's gonna happen. But the people that are getting paid by this great company, by this great industry, by your great team to go to the convention and you're not going, I am absolutely flabbergasted. You've got to go. End of story. Doesn't even count. You have to go. You got to figure out how to do it. You got to move things around. You've got to tell your husband, I'm going. You've got to tell your wife, I'm going. You got to say, honey, let's take a little vacation down in San Antonio. You got to go. Whatever story you've got, you work for your team. And they're all gathering down there. And then you're going to say something to me. I can hear that little voice in your mind right now. And you're going to say, guess what, Tom? My team's not going. Guess what? That's your fault. That's because they were waiting for you to say you're going. That's the whole movie. And guess what? They are literally overpowered with people down in San Antonio. This isn't like I'm begging you to go on the behalf of longevity. I'm begging you to go on behalf of your team that you brought into longevity, that you said you were going to lead, and then you decided that you were going to do something else other than this convention that you've had 6 months to plan for. No. You can't do that. You got to go. You got to go. And it's probably a little more expensive now to go than it was when you should have registered. 2 tough toenails. You got to go. Okay. Did I mention? Okay, I got to see if I mentioned one last thing. Did I mention that you have to go? Yeah, I think so. I think I have beat that dead horse to death. Have I mentioned that there's a book out there called The Multi-Level Mangler in King Arthur's Court? Tremendous book. We're reading it. And by about the year 4020, we'll be done with it at this pace. So let's see what we've got here. This can't be that bad to watch, these videos. It can't be. Why aren't you? Why? Is it because you have to tell me? You can't figure out how to get on Facebook. FACE. What, Ken? Why aren't you on there?
Because they're on the phone.
Oh, because they're here. They're already seeing this video. Okay, thanks. That's a pretty good point, honey. See, everything has a reason, but okay, good. I'm going to give him that one. All right, here we go. Oh, man, what a day. Okay, we're in the book. We're on page 5.
You have on.
We've been reading. Oh, that's that really busy shirt. It's horrible. It makes me sweat, too. Okay, when I first saw him, I began to think, maybe this is just a bad dream. He was riding a large white horse with a grayish-black spots. It was hard to tell on horseback, but I would say he was about 5 foot 10 inches tall and 165 pounds. His saddle was black with silver trim pieces. He looked to be more than 30 years old and had light brown hair. His face expressed the toughness and bore the lines of a man immersed in overwhelming responsibilities. He was wearing what looked to be a modest silver crown on his head. His clothes were black and a dull silver chest plate covered his upper body. His shoes were made of leather and had pointed toes. I was so fascinated at the sight of this stranger who, as he approached me. That's a bad sentence, Greg. Greg, you wrote this book. That's a bad sentence. I didn't even notice. Oh, wait, no, there's a comma there. That's a canonic period. The sentence is correct, Greg. I was so fascinated at the sight of this strange rider who, as he approached me, I didn't even notice the great sword with the golden handle he carried until it was at my throat. I remember the dream so real as I felt the cold steel and the warmth of what I only hoped was a small trickle of blood. And you spelled steel wrong there, Greg. Holy mackerel. He began to speak. I know what he was demanding to know who I was. Who demanding. Man, I'm having a heck of a time reading today. I think what he was demanding to know was, who was I and what was I doing there? I was not exactly sure what he was saying because it was in some sort of thee and thou language. I suspected he wasn't pleased with my answer as I snapped back at him about my bad day. Mike Superstar, the auto accident, Scrooge's ghost, and this stupid dream. My suspicions were verified by the added pressure on my throat. This was only a dream, and that sword was making me angry, so I told him, if you're going to stick me with that thing, do it. Otherwise, get off your horse and fight like a man. As his face grew stone cold, I knew I had to stop doing that. That's funny. Even in my dream, my big mouth was getting me into trouble again. He was silent for a while, then he lowered the sword and began to smile. The smile gave way to laughter and he began to get off his horse. He told me my tongue was sharp and that my clothes looked strange, but a brave knight was always welcome in Camelot. Yeah, right, Camelot. Now I knew I was dreaming. But as dream goes, I could do worse. As we walked, I noticed the fog had lifted and I could see the large stone wall surrounding a great castle on a hill before us. Just like the movies, only I was still cold. All right, we're going to stop there. I'm going to tell you about this book a little bit. This book is The Multi-Level Mangler in King Arthur's Court. Greg Arnold wrote it. It is an absolutely terrific book. I read it before I read it to you, and I loved it. And several people have told me all over the place that they've read the book, and they loved it. I'll send it to you for free if you just pay $5 for shipping. If you don't have $5, I'll still send it to you just because I want you reading constantly multi-level marketing books. We're going to read. There's a new book out there called Plan C by Glenn Head that he comes in. He's the head of Networking University. He comes in the coffee shop all the time. Denise and I wrote the foreword for that book. We're going to read Sandy Ellsberg's book, Breadwinner, Brett Baker. We're going to read The Power of Who. So we're going to be reading for a long time. And hopefully you're reading ahead of me. You've got to read to know this business. And I hate to say this is something you do every day. Just read 10 pages of something every day. It will work. 10 minutes with us every day. It will work. This is the greatest thing going, the greatest industry going. So tomorrow morning, it's only a 10-minute gig. All you need to do is get up and get moving and get on your horse. I love you guys. I know you can do this. I know you can do it with all of my heart. Get registered for the convention tomorrow. I'll see you then.